And there that goes. All right. And this here program comes with a trigger warning. All right, it's pretty hardcore. This one in particular, this morning wine cellar for October 1st, 2018. This shit right here is just going to be me riffing, which is basically what morning wine cellar is when I have time to do it, when my work schedule allows it, and I don't go in until 6 a.m. today, so I got time now, cuz, as one might say. Let me restart that. Now, it's based off of that Brett Kavanaugh. As soon as I heard, I was like, oh, a motherfucker named Brett that went to an all-boys prep school. All right, I'm not going to be surprised about anything I hear about this fucking guy. And I tend to not be. Right before that, let's take a tiny little look at a bit of what I had in my own saved little personal show notes that might not make it to the regular wine cellar. This was posted on KCTV News by digital producer by Ashley Jackson and digital producer Meredith. This is from September 19th. All right, and it's October 1st right now.
Howell Township Police Sergeant Richard Conti charged with attempted luring of a teenage girl, one of 24 alleged sexual predators caught in an undercover sting.
The defendants are now charged.
Attorney General Gurbir Graywall announced the results of Operation Open House. Investigators used some of these social media apps while posing as...
When he says some of these social media apps, I see KIK kick. What are the... Man, I need to see if I can't blow this screen up. Those things are small. Is that Tumblr? No, that's Tinder. That's Tinder. And there's something called Whisper. So that looks like that's either Scout or Shout. There's Chat Avenue, Chat Roulette, Wishbone, Lively. I think that says Pal Talk. Yubo. Oh, Tumblr is there. What does that say? Fortnite? Minecraft, Jesus fuck, and Discord. Okay, Minecraft. No shit. All right, so that's those are the images that got put up when the newscaster said these applications.
14 and 15-year-old girls and boys communicating with the suspects.
And when they showed up at our undercover house seeking to meet their intended victims for sex, they were arrested.
The men arrested come from...
And it'll hit you right in your respectability politics if you're a right-winger. The person that was just speaking right there, the spokesperson, is a Sikh. Very brown individual with the full headgear on.
All over New Jersey and even the Bronx.
The undercover house, a 4-bedroom house in Toms River.
Looking at the Facebook's live, I see Elise Loco just tuned in. You may the trigger warning is at the beginning. This one's rough. This particular story is fucked up, as stories tend to be in the wine cellar. And then what we're going to riff about is going to be, of course, based off of this Brett Kavanaugh.
Was staffed during the arrests with dozens of officers and evidence technicians.
Among those charged, Thomas Blumensteel of Brick, already a registered sex offender who served a prison term for molesting a 13-year-old. The arrests, a sobering reminder to parents of who may be out there with bad intentions and to monitor the social media apps that their children use.
Yeah,
Howell Township.
The chat roulette and all that business. And I mean, and at the top on the written article, they say a police officer and a firefighter were among the people caught in the sting. Police, and like I think about like the child we're raising here. I think they call high functioning autism, like mild autism. I don't know the exact language, but like in particular, this child is very trusting. And because Phoenix Calida was not raising him the whole time, some white supremacists were raising him, and they teach the whole respect authority business, and he trusts the fuck out of cops, soldiers, and firefighters. Trust the fuck out of them. All right, I think maybe one more thing from my personal saved shit. Trump Jr. And let me see. Now, this is not new. This is from 2016. But this is like that just a reminder shit. Where he was on the Opie and Anthony show, of course. That white supremacist, misogynistic, basically every fucking thing program. And this is a quote from when he was on there. And you can find this on CNN Politics. It was put up by Eugene Scott of CNN. And quote, "If you have a guy's place, you have a guy's place." And then this audio, they continue with the quote, "I have a hard time letting go of that. Maybe I'm not going to have a choice. If you can't handle some of the basic stuff that's become a problem in the workforce today, you don't belong in the workforce. You should go maybe teach kindergarten." Which now there's that obvious, but that obvious. And he says that that's become a problem today. Nigga. Maybe it's a problem to you because the cis women and trans women are talking about it, right? But that shit, that's always fucking been there. And but also says don't belong in the workforce. You should maybe go teach kindergarten, which shows what they think of that, right? Like women's place jobs, nurse, kindergarten teacher. Well, you can't be teaching high school math. Only big man brains can handle complicated things like numbers, little missy. Even though women have more neurotransmitters and process the information more quickly, but a man's brain is larger big. Come on. Jessica May tuning in. Post trigger warning. Shit we're about to get into now, actually. All right, so sort of personal journaling it. Let's run it back to when I was in the foster care house. I was 13 years old. In a foster care house, the main couple together that was pretending to adopt us, but they never really went all the way through with it. They just did enough paperwork to where the state would give them money just for housing us. And because my biological mother was military and died, they were getting her VA checks. Like they were just collecting grits on us. And the cis man, Reginald Leonard Jackson, as a MC, he went by Magnum Black. He didn't make much money toward his pocket. He was a blue collar factory warehouse worker cat. And down at Napa Valley, down in Tacoma, it's that area some might remember in Tacoma where the factories actually blew the fuck up. Like somebody fucked up with like some deadly gases and shit, and it blew the fuck up. And he worked down there. And he went to the store and made a purchase. And this was a regular thing every once in a while, maybe like once or twice a month, especially during the summer and spring, and toward the end of the summer when it's still hot. He'll get a new album, new cassette tape, and pile all his kids up in the Pontiac. For the anti-blackness and the classism of it, a acronym was made of that car. Po old nigga thinks it's a Cadillac. And he pile us up in the Pontiac and ride around town, just maybe stop by Popeye's Chicken and get us some Popeye's Chicken products, and ride down by the waterfront, check out the view, check out the scene, chill out, and just play that album straight through. And one of the times he got one, it was the West Side Connection Bow Down album. And like, I didn't have that album myself. At that time, anything that I was scraping up change to get was going to be some Sacramento rap. Like, I was heavy on Sacramento rap at that time. Like, that's just all the fuck I wanted to hear was Sacramento and Bay Area shit for the most part. Southern California shit like Long Beach shit, I fucked with that too. But man, I was about that Sacramento. So I wasn't buying tapes like West Side Connection. I was about that underground shit at that time. And but he got that tape. He's playing it. Niggas is nodding along. You know, niggas is saying shit like Mac 10 in one song was like something like history's a trip, so I peep when I'm reading. They probably grew weed in the Garden of Eden. You know, fun lines. But then one track came on, and the track was called The Gangsta, the Killer, and the Dope Dealer. Right? Which is obviously saying like Ice Cube's the gangster, Dub C's the killer, Mac 10's the dope dealer is the idea with this trio. Fucking Ice Cube has the first verse, opens up the song, and it's goes all right, get ready for this. Let me make sure I have the whole thing up here. It says, can't none of y'all niggas fuck with none of these niggas. These triggers, we's killers. Sitting on the porch, in between legs. Oh yeah, I also, aside from the trigger warning, because I'm quoting these records, I'm going to be using the B word, all right, for verbatim quotes, and also just other language that I don't typically use when I'm casually speaking, all right? So, he says, sitting on the porch, in between legs, with a bitch French braiding my head, I leave them in till they're matted, forearm tatted, West up connection, bitch. You looking at it. It don't stop. I hit mo licks than it takes to get to the center of a blow pop. For some people that might not get the vernacular, this is West Coast specific vernacular. In American vernacular, I know niggas overseas check out the program. When he says I hit more licks, that's like fast actions to acquire currency. You know, like something real quick to get money. Typically robbery is the connotation, but you know, other things, you know, like, you know, you might see a 12-year-old that gets their hands on a lawnmower, and other, you know, like older heads in the hood will be like, oh, this little nigga about to hit a lick on that lawnmower this summer, you know, like that. Like, so he says, I hit more licks than it takes to get to the center of a blow pop. And he continues, and it's gonna take a miracle to drive a car this color down Imperial. Talking about gangbang colors and driving certain color cars on certain streets. And he continues, yeah, I got heart, but ain't trying to see Marsha Clark. So let's wait until it get dark. So many folks parked in my gate. It's like the International House of Pancakes. So now he's talking about folks gathering, right? You know, congregating recreationally. They're parked in my gate. It's like an International House of Pancakes. He continues, all on the grass. Every bitch passed. I'm first, not last. When we all hit the ass. Doing tricks. Jacked up like a 6. 1 pussy and 13 dicks. What? You know, like that hit my 13-year-old brain. And typically we don't do this when we're riding in the car with Big Reggie. And I was like, Reggie, rewind that. What the fuck did he just say there? You know, he didn't really care how we talked. And takes it back, and quite surely I heard what the fuck I thought I heard. Let's say it again. All on the grass, every bitch passed. I'm first, not last. When we all hit the ass, doing tricks, jacked up like a 6. 1 pussy and 13 dicks. Huh? You know, and Big Reggie, he's just like, yeah, Cube wild, ain't he, huh? And I'm like, yeah, okay. Because I don't really know how to articulate what I'm thinking at that age. That this sounds like some rape shit. This doesn't sound like no damn everyone's having a good time shit. And looking at the archive chat space, yeah, that's an Ice Cube line from the West Side Connection album. Yeah, the name of the song is the gangsta, the killer, and the dope dealer. And so that's never left my head. Like I think about that at least like, once a month or, once every 2 months for the rest of my life. Like that line never left my head. So I'm just like, what the fuck? He just said that. And, and I buy the magazines and I read the interviews. I'm like, nobody's asking him about that line. And over that time, like based on what my biological mother taught me before she died, again, I didn't have the language to articulate it. But if somebody would have came to me at that age, it would have said, young man, we live in a rape culture. I'd have been like, God damn it, that's it right there. We live in a fucking rape culture. All right. Now let's go to this one. Domino, Ghetto Jam. Yeah, let me go ahead and ruin this song for you if you hadn't already analyzed this one. Now this one is not gang rape, but and he also it doesn't. Just listen to the fucking lyrics yourself. This is verse 1, right? This is Domino. Remember the song Ghetto Jam. Here we go, as the tune starts to boom with a big fat sack of yay yay. 1, 2, 3. Now this is OG. That record. This is the verse. First verse. This is how he starts the song. And remember, this is his hit record. Domino was a one-hit wonder. Like his other tracks, they were pretty dope. They got a little traction on the West Coast, like Sweet Potato Pie and whatnot. It's a Long Beach thing. That song, that video, they got a little traction on the West Coast. But for the most part, Domino's a one-hit wonder. And this is his one hit. Classic. You'll hear it on a radio station, maybe on a hot mix this Friday. This is the verse. Saturday morning, just getting up, with a hangover, smelling like I fucked. I really can't remember, because I'm still kind of faded. So I close my eyes and thank God that I made it. Now I'm getting flashbacks of some OJ with a green glass, says Tanqueray. It's like it says the name brand of the alcoholic beverage on the glass. Continuing. Took it to the head, gulped it down with the quickness. Now I need a bitch so I can handle my business. What do you know? A freak's in my reach. Threw her on the floor, stuck it in her deep. She's screaming, and she's screaming, and she's screaming. Getting hoarse. But then I busted a nut. So now it's time to kick the chorus. That's the hit record. That's the big hit record. Now, take a look at the archive chat space. Not much going on. It is 3:32 a.m. Not going to be much going on in the archive chat space. Tupac Amaru Shakur. All right. Now, first, let's look at this language. Tossed up. Now, just it's vernacular. I think it's West Coast specific. Maybe other parts of this continent, some English-speaking Black folks use tossed up. I don't know, but I always understood tossed up to be West Coast specific, and how I've always heard it used, the modern colloquialism where I grew up. It was always slut shaming and about multiple guys at one time. And just looking at Urban Dictionary to see if what was submitted to Urban Dictionary correlates at all. And they have, I look like the first one, the top definition, it says to get fucked up. Apparently that's a violent act to get beat up or to get kicked out, or to have sex in a place where getting caught is a possibility. And then they have their second one, smoking reefer. And then they have this one, two men choosing heads or tails on a girl, of course, they use that word, when having sex with her at the same time. And then another definition that was submitted for tossed up to urbandictionary.com. The act of being banged by at least 12 men of the African descent, usually related with the words G'd up and gangbanged, usually associated with, who put this definition in? It says usually associated with whores and skanks. Oh, and they made skanks a hyperlink to show that it's a misogynistic term. Okay. And and remember that Ice Cube line, 1 pussy and 13 dicks. All right. And Jessica May Loco in the archive chat space said classy. Quite classy. Now, let's go to this Tupac Amaru Shakur. This is from a record called When We Ride on Our Enemies. Of course, this is one of the records that came out after he was murdered. And and we know what was going to happen, right? He was recording his ass off. He was a straight fucking studio rat. Like, as soon as he got out of prison, he went hardcore studio rat. Just recording and interviews. And he just had a massive amount of shit recorded. And Suge Knight, after he was murdered, Suge Knight was just going to milk that shit and just fucking slowly release everything. But Daz from the Dog Pound, which is, remember, Dog Pound is just, as a rap group, is just 2 guys, Corrupt and Daz. And Daz Dillinger of the Dog Pound, he broke into the studio. He said this shit in the interview, too, because he knows Suge's not going to press charges, because Suge doesn't want that on his street cred that he's pressing charges on niggas like Daz. So Daz just says straight up in interviews, yeah, I broke into the studio and took that shit, took all of it. Like, that's how all those Tupac bootlegs started coming out in early 97. Daz broke into the studio and just socialized it. Daz didn't try to sell it, didn't try to slow leak it or anything. He just dropped all that shit on the DJs at once. Bam. Like, he greenwalded that shit. Fucking Daz greenwalled. And this was one of those records, When We Ride on Our Enemies. And I didn't hear it at that time, because, again, this was still around that time where, 1997, I was trying to get that Who Put Sacramento on the Map compilation. There was a new SIBO album out. I was getting my fucking, my Sacramento rap still, for the most part. And some East Coast shit. And, but then, years passed, and, those bootlegs, they were pretty low quality because they were bootlegs. DJs were just rushing those shits to the streets. But some of those re-recordings got redone. They got redone with like new beats. Producers came in and took the acapellas and put new beats behind them. And a double CD is released called Better Days. And so I hear the Better Days. I think this was 2002 when the Better Days CD came out, double disc. And there's one on there called When We Ride on Our Enemies. And, it's explosive. The beat's really happening. The beat's really popping. And then you take a look at what he says here. Let's look at this verse. Come take a journey through my mind's eye. You cross the game. Don't explain, nigga, time to die. Say goodbye. Watch my eyes when I pull the trigger. So right before you die, you bow before a bigger nigga. So dry your eyes. You was heartless on your hits. Niggas love to scream peace after they start some shit. Pay attention. Here's a word to those that robbed me. I murder you, then I'll run a train on Mobb Deep. Don't fuck with me. No, he said run a train on Mobb Deep, which, yeah, rape culture is cis man on cis man as well. Like, so he just threw a gang rape threat at Mobb Deep. And one thing, keep in mind, like, Tupac was 25 at the time. I don't know how old Mobb Deep was, but like the conventional wisdom was Mobb Deep was these young dudes. So he's talking about threatening a gang rape on some young dudes. And the same verse continues, still talking about Mobb Deep. Nigga, you barely living. Don't you got sickle cell? See me, have a seizure on stage. You ain't feeling well, hell. How many niggas want to be involved? See, I was only talking to Biggie, but I'll kill all of y'all, then ball. Then tell Da Brat to keep her mouth closed. Fuck around and get tossed up by the fucking Outlaws, which was his rap group. Yeah. So in one verse, Tupac Shakur threatens gang rape on Mobb Deep and threatens gang rape on the Brat. Because keep in mind, he said get tossed up. He's issuing it as a threat. It's not like he's saying, hey, we're going to wine and dine you and convince you to consent to all of us, hoping that it's your kink. No, he said you'll fuck around and get tossed up by the fucking outlaws. One pussy and 13 dicks. And yeah, all these lyrics been swirling in my head ever since this came forward. And I mean, there's multiple links. This is the big news. This is the big deal, right? Bad boy Brett Kavanaugh, the rapist that we know is a rapist, right? Like Trumpelstiltskin, bad boy Brett. There might be some others that I'm forgetting in the moment. But in the political realm, these are the rapists that we know are rapists. But I wouldn't doubt for a second, that the gang of these motherfuckers are fucking rapists in Congress, Senate, staffers, and the whole BIS-ness. All right. So the link that I pulled was off of CNBC.com. And this is not new, right? If you're awake, you know about this shit already. But this is why. This individual named Julie Swetnick details parties where girls were drugged and raped. They put the word allegedly. Yeah. Were allegedly drugged and raped, as they put it. And says a third accuser of Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh publicly identified herself Wednesday and alleged that Kavanaugh and others in the early 1980s spiked the drinks of girls at high school parties with intoxicants to make it easier for them to be gang raped. The woman, Julie Swetnick, said Kavanaugh limed up with other boys, including his close friend Mark Judge, waiting to rape those girls at many parties, and that she once became a victim herself. The allegations were detailed in an affidavit signed under penalty of perjury that was released by Swetnick's lawyer, Michael Avenatti, the lawyer. Her statement was sent to a senior staffer on the Senate Judiciary Committee. Julie Swetnick's stunning claims came on the eve of the scheduled testimony at the committee by Kavanaugh, a 53-year-old individual, and Dr. Christine, I don't know if it's Blasey or Blasey, Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, who has said he physically and sexually assaulted her. The now 51-year-old individual is a research psychologist. And see, there are no perfect victims. Right? Research psychologists, they're still saying she don't know what the hell she talking about. I mean, hell, check out Rush Limbaugh. Shit. All right. Now, looking at this, so the 51-year-old research psychologist, Dr. Ford, claims, told us the truth that Kavanaugh held her down on a bed when she was 15, groped her, and tried to pull off her clothes as Mark Judge watched. Republicans who hold the majority on the committee have refused to subpoena Judge to testify despite calls to do so from Democrats. Dr. Ford's lawyers and Avenatti all called for this. And another woman, Kavanaugh's Yale University classmate Deborah Ramirez, has also accused him of exposing himself to her and causing her to touch his penis at a dorm party. They put the word in boozy. I think these cats would be rapists with or without booze. All right? Rapists gonna rape. They don't need intoxicants in themselves. Maybe in their victims, so it's harder for the victims to defend themselves. But for a rapist to rape, a rapist need not be inebriated. Need not be inebriated. And so that shit, it made me think of that. And because I've only heard a guest not a guest speaker, a co-host on the pompous left, which this particular sect of the pompous left is the Majority Report with Sam Cedar, and this co-host was like, there is a class privilege aspect to this that isn't talked about much. I think part of that class privilege aspect is just that's part of why people are like, they'd never do this. Not these people from these upstanding places. Because in this European culture, this particularly Western European culture, like the fact that you have money means you're moral. You're good. You come from money. No, you're a good person. You come from money. You have money. You're inherently good. And this is really blowing a lid on that on a larger scale. Particularly Trumpelstiltskin and Brett Kavanaugh next to each other. Bad boy Brett. Looking at the archive chat space, there's a Sam logo said, if he's innocent, then why not subpoena the witness and prove it? Right? He's not. He doesn't give a shit, and they're gonna punch it through. And this is the thing. Just a quick side riff off of it. Like, Democrats, hire me as a strategist. First thing I'll tell you to do: stop interacting with the other side of the uniparty as if they give a fuck. All right? Republicans don't give a fuck. And in particular, what it is that they don't give a fuck about is the politeness in the procedure that you're used to. Right? All that fake shit with this post-enlightenment shit. Where it's like fucking one cat, that the peaceful transfer of power shit, that thing. They don't give a fuck about that. They've been on a mission since 1980, and you could say a little bit before that. It's not like it just starts in 1980. They've been on this mission, and they've called themselves the moral majority. And over that time, they've made sure they got their they fully flipped their Southern Democrat vote to their Republican vote. So they got the Klan vote. They got down with the banksters and the corporations before the Democrats did, when the Democrats were still fucking with unions. So they got the money vote. All right? There are black people and non-white people that are conservative-minded. They got that vote. Right? They because of the beginning of the way things started out here, they have more people in the Electoral College. The states that they represent the most, that they pander to the most, they actually have more representation because every state gets the same amount of senators, 2. Every state only gets 2 senators, which is, remember, shit passed through Congress, then it passes through the Senate, then it hits the president's desk. Every state gets 2 senators, but New York has a few more people than fucking Kentucky. So why the fuck if Kentucky has 2 senators, New York should have 15. Why the fuck does New York and Kentucky have the same amount of senators at the federal level? All right, and Republicans don't give a fuck. They're going to exploit all of that shit. And they got their Christian vote. But then adjacent to their Christian vote, they got that Catholic vote. Right? And inside the Christian vote, right, they've got that Pentecostal vote. They have all them subsects of that. They have those votes. Those are their votes. People who self-identify as libertarian, they got that vote. And they don't give a fuck. And this is one of the things that they've been on a mission about, was we gonna take that goddamn McBortion away. And that's just what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that, I remember, I don't think we did a program where I mentioned, I think we were just listening to a program, but that nigga Brett Kavanaugh said the fake made up word abortifacient. Like, that's not even dog whistle. That's saying I'm a guaranteed vote to take McBortion away, right? And to get more guns everywhere and to further deregulatify, despite shit exploding in Texas and whatnot. Okay, just taking a look at the archive chat space. Not much going on there. And then like these rich boy rapists. Not surprised at all that they're doing this. And And I guess now more people know it, and maybe more people at the blue collar level know it. The rich people know it because they're the ones doing it, right? The rich men are the ones doing it. The rich men's sons are the ones doing it. The rich women were the victims of it. They know about it. And the rich daughters, they're the victims. They know about it. I'm just very cisgendered here as I'm speaking this. And, excuse me. But now maybe some blue collar folks know this. And speaking of blue collar folks, before the foster care system, I lived in Spanaway, Washington State as a child, from 5 years old to 12 years old, 1988 to 1996. I lived in Spanaway, Washington State. And then going into foster care, I lived in Tacoma, Washington State. And then after I ran away from the foster care house, and I'm like, a bit younger than all the other cats. Everybody's like 18 now. They're all out of high school, cats that I came up around. And they're riffing, talking about old school days. And they're telling some stories about these parties. Remember, they're for the most part blue collar. There were some petty bourgeois mixed in, but for the most part, this is a blue collar town, blue collar neighborhoods. And they're riffing about these parties. And the shit that I'm hearing, I was like, wait, you guys are rapists. And they just laugh. Like, and like one of them at that time was even dating one of his rape victims. Like he raped her back when they were 16, 17. And now they're a dating couple, at 19, 20, and I'm just barely 19 at the time. And I remember her words, because shit is internalized, like she's been taught to see it as her fault. Hey, I shouldn't have had that drink at that party and fell asleep and he got me. That's the verbatim quote. That's another one of those things, like this shit sticks in my head forever. Like little verbatim quotes like that never leave my head. I'm 35. That quote will not leave my head. She said, he got me, and then laughed. It's like, holy shit. And if somebody, when I was, just around barely 19 years old at that time, would have snuck up behind me and said, we live in a rape culture, I'd have been like, holy shit, that's the perfect 2 words to put together for this shit. From this one pussy and 13 dicks to this, he got me, and now he's my boyfriend. Looking at nothing going on in the archive chat space. It's 3:51 a.m. on a Monday. The archive chat space shouldn't be active right now. Right? And I remember another one. Like they were telling, like they were saying, like, withdrawing consent during sex, right? And trying to stop. And they're telling a story where Robert Lee Pilcher III, Bobby Pilcher of Spanaway, Washington State. He grew up on Spanaway Lane. And he's involved in consensual sex. But then she wants to withdraw consent. And this guy named Jordan, I don't know his last name, or damn well I'd say it. Y'all have heard the wine cellar before. Jordan is in the room. And she's like, okay, I want to stop. I want to get off. And she's on top of him. And Jordan grabs her and pushes her down and keeps her on so Bobby can finish. Rape. And Jordan was actually about 3 years older than us. So this is Jordan, an adult, involved in raping a minor. And if somebody, when they were telling that story, would have came up and said, hey there, little dark-skinned feller, did you know we live in a rape culture, son? I'd have been like, son of a brisket, we fucking do. From the niggas in the hood with the one pussy and 13 dicks to the fucking woke Mr. Man Tupac Shakur, fuck around and get tossed up by the fucking outlaws, to bad boy Brett from the elitist boys prep school. All of them, across the board, we live in a rape culture. And when you're, there's going to be a time for sex ed if you're raising your own unit of offspring, or if you're involved in helping raise a unit of offspring, they need to be told this, because they're going to be out there. Forget about just at the parties. They're just going to be out there in the world in general. That is dangerous. Why? Because it's a rape culture. Which obviously isn't the only reason. There's a lot of shit going on. But Jesus Christ, we live in a rape culture. And it doesn't have class boundaries. It doesn't have racial boundaries. It doesn't have coastal boundaries. It's not flyover state versus fucking coastal state. It's everywhere, all the time. Right now, as you're listening to this program, someone is being raped. And the rapist will go on to have a grand old time. Whether they go on to have a blue-collar grand old time and they have their 3-bedroom house, or whether they go on to be a Supreme Court justice, or whether they go on to make hood comedies and family-friendly comedies and even a sitcom, and just dropped a new album. And on their previous album, they talked about how there's good cops and had an interview about it on the Bill Maher show. All across the board, it's a fucking rape culture. WineCellarMedia.com, PayPal.me/PhoenixandWilliam, Patreon.com/WineCellarMediaFund. Have a good one.